and welcome to my channel. My name is Ellie and I'm a stay-at-home mom who likes to budget and sell stuff online. On today's video, I have what sold for the week of June 10th to the 16th on Poshmark, Mercari, and eBay. So let's get started. And if you see all these tabs on the top, it means that we had a lot of sales. However, most of them are low price sales. But this is exciting because I'm clearing tons of inventory, or I cleared tons of inventory. So let's go. First off, on Poshmark, we have this vintage Kovalia's Greek wooden wind-up spring balls rotating music box. This sold on an offer to the buyer for an offer from the buyer for $45. We went back and forth a little bit and I accepted. This is here you see the label for it. It's made in Greece, and this was given to me by my sister-in-law. Somebody gave it to her and it belonged to my niece, and then when I had my son, she gifted it to me. And then one day when I was decluttering, I looked it up and I saw that these sell for a lot. Mine did have some damage, like it has some scuff marks like you can see right here, but still they could sell up to $100 or even a little bit more. So I was happy to see it for $45, especially since it was something that was given to me for free. Next, we have another personal item. It's these Crocs Boys Bumblebee Transformers clog size 3, black, yellow, blue. And this sold from an offer to liker sale for $14 with discounted shipping. My son loves the Transformers, so when I found these at the Goodwill and they looked almost brand new, I was very excited, and so was he. So he used them for a lot, for 2 years actually, and I'm so happy that someone else is going to keep using them. So at this point, I decided that I was going to do 50% off closet clear out. Everything in my closet, well, not everything, but almost everything, 50% off. So this is where you're going to start seeing the low sale prices. So this is an Eddie Bauer dress that I got from $1 a day, as I said, and it sold for $8. Next, we have a Ben's Find, which is the Old Navy women's denim chambray pop over long sleeve v-neck blouse size extra large, and this sold for $11. And Old Navy, generally, it doesn't sell for much. I mean, I can get a little bit more than $11, but I like buying the larger sizes. They do well, sell consistently for me. Here we have a personal item that I bought on Poshmark. It's this loft midi dress, and this was sold for $9. And I really like the dress, the style. However, this skirt, you had to wear a slip for it, like a slip dress type of thing, because the skirt, I don't know, has like static and it sticks to your butt. So I decided to resell it because I wasn't wearing it because of that. Here we have a cloth and stone chambray dress. This sold for $9. And this I picked up, I believe, at a regular Goodwill. So this is a fail and it's connected to another item, so it's a double fail. It's a vintage Gap women's button-up oversized blue striped denim shirt size medium, sold for $9 from part of the closet clear out. And when I was packaging all my sales on Saturday morning, I was going to take them to the post office myself instead of having the mailman pick them up because it was a lot of packages. So I was a bit in a rush because the post office closes at 1. And I couldn't find this item, this shirt. So what I did is that I left the label to the side and I was going to look for it when I came back home. And I marked everything else as shipped except for this one shirt. So when I talk to you about the other fail, I'll finish this story. Next is the Sonoma Women's Rayon Pintuck Peasant Floral Purple Tassel Blouse size extra large. This is a brand from Kohl's. It doesn't sell for much. It retails for $36. I found this at Salvation Army. And I picked it up because it was pretty and it was a larger size. I didn't know it was new with tax at that time. But it's sold for $12. And here's another Sonoma. Women's Diamond Blue Patch Pocket Short Sleeve Split Crew Neck Blouse, extra large. And this sold for $9. And this was a Ben's Find. And I picked it up because it was an extra large. And I picked up 2 Sonoma tops on this particular Ben's trip. And both of them sold. Now it's a loft women's cream cotton linen cowl sleeveless tunic sweater side vent size large. Picked this up at the Vince and it sold for $19 as part of closet clear out. Next we have this flax women's blue linen lag and look crop 3/4 sleeves button blouse size medium. This sold for $16 as as part of, no, this was actually an offer from the buyer. And flax, it's not, I don't do well with flax. Like I pick it up, but it doesn't sell for much, or they're very slow movers. So I'll just pick this up at the bins. This one I got at a regular Goodwill. Here we have a Tory women's dusty pink white striped button front tunic size 1. And this sold for $14, and it was an offer from the buyer. And Tory, for me, it's a consistent seller. However, I don't recommend picking up the size 1, which is a 1X. I believe that might be a size 16. I'm not 100% sure. But anything 2 and up, I feel that they move better. Here we have an Express Design Studio Women's Draped Neck Career Top Silk Cotton Size Large. I picked this up at the bins. I wasn't going to pick it up, but when I saw that it was silk, I decided to pick it up. And it sold for $11 from an offer from the buyer. An item that I've had for a very long time. This is Tory Burch Silk Blouse. It sold for $25, and it was an offer from the buyer. I've had this, I bought this, I think, at a Goodwill, like in 2019. So I'm so happy to see it gone. Tory Burch clothing items, they don't really do that well. Here is an item that I got for free. It's a New Days women's short sleeve polka dot black white dress and sold for $7, and this was an offer from the buyer. Another free item is the Black Matter Women's Death Rise a Black Cat t-shirt by Obinson, size small. It was a pretty cool t-shirt, so that's why I listed it, and it sold for $7. And this is part 2 of the fail. So it's this buckle BKE jacket. I received this on a thread up men's box, the only one that I've ever ordered. Was it the only one? Maybe it was, I'm not sure. But it was an offer from the buyer for $19, which I accepted. I was happy to see it gone, especially because it's not really the season and it was so bulky. And I shipped it on Saturday morning. However, when I got the notifications that everything was tracking, this one didn't come in. But sometimes that happens when I do the kiosk at the post office. So later on, when I started looking for the Gap shirt, I decided to check on the other platforms because I was having a hard time finding it. And it turns out that it had already sold on Mercari. So when I went to Poshmark to delete the listing, it showed that it hadn't been shipped. So I shipped the BKE jacket to the Gap person. So yes, it's good times. I don't know. I was being so organized and I don't know how I messed that up. Next we have a Theory Men's Kaisen short sleeve plaid linen blend button shirt. This I picked up, I don't remember, either a Goodwill Dollar Day, and this sold for $11, and it was an offer from the buyer. In theory, it's not really, it's a brand that retails for a lot, and I've had good luck. I had good luck selling one silk shirt that was new with tags. I believe it sold for like $80, but this is one of those brands that you have to really check comps. Next, we have a Free People beach sweater. I've picked up this sweater maybe like 4 times in gray and also like a brick red and now this light color. This I believe I found at the bins and it's a consistent seller. So every time I see it, like I already recognize it and it always sells. So it sold for $19 and this was an offer from the buyer. Next we have a Free People women's beneath the sea top red ruche sleeves oversized v-neck small. This I found at my Honey Holzer store, and it sold from an offer to like resell for $34. Next, we have a Caution to the Wind women's pink stripes for please faux wrap peplum top size small. This is a brand that is in the junior section of TJ Maxx, so it doesn't really sell for much. And I was really surprised when I got an offer for $18 for it, so I was happy to sell it. Next, we have an item given to me by my sister-in-law, so we will be splitting the profits. It's the Children's Place Boys Blue Faux Fur Winter Snow Boot size 2, which is surprising because it's summertime. But this sold from an offer from the buyer for $19. Next, we have an item from my thread-up Coach handbag box. It's this Coach Madison Small Madeline East-West Satchel Leather and Ocelot print. And it sold for $45 from an offer from the buyer. We did a little bit of back and forth on this one, and we settled at $45. Here we have an item from a dollar day at the Goodwill, which is the Vince Camuto blue dress. And this I had sent to thread up, and it didn't sell, and then I got it back. And I had lowered the price for closet clear out, and the buyer purchased it the following morning for $13. Here is the Nick and Zoe Women's Plus White Block Island V-neck short sleeve lightweight top 2X, and this sold for $12 from an offer from the buyer. And this brand, I bought this to experiment. I've heard some people say that it's a consistent seller. I mean, obviously it sold for $12, so definitely not worth paying up. This is definitely like a bins pickup. Here we have a Free People Women's blue stripe between the lines tunic tee, newer tag, size small. And this I had lowered the price for closet clear out, and I hadn't relisted it, so the Poshmark VA automatically sent an offer like or sale for $13. So I just let it go for that amount. I mean, it's new with tags, but it's not like I was getting any offers for it while I had it, so oh well. Here we have another OG item, and you can see by the brick wall, back when I used to take pictures on my deck. It's the Lily Pulitzer Women's Shelly Short Sleeve Blouse, blue iCat top size medium. This sold from it was a full price sale because I had lowered the price the previous day for $15. So happy to see it go. It's iCats, but these look like jellyfish, which I hate. I hate jellyfish. People hate spiders, bugs. I hate jellyfish and frogs. Ugh. Next we have a bins item. It's a J. Jill Women's Plus Rust Button Blazer Shacket size 16W. And this sold from an offer from the buyer for $15. Here we have a Charter Club Women's Summer Paisley Pink Pencil Skirt size 16. This sold from an offer from the buyer for $13. Next, we have another offer from the buyer. It's a Baby Box Mace Winter Black Red White Boots shoe size 5. Super cute. I picked these up at Savers. Was it at Savers? Or maybe Once Upon a Child. I'm not 100% sure. It was one of those. Here we have an item from a thread up denim box. It's the Massimo denim jean skirt, which I'm surprised it sold, but I'm happy that it did. And this sold from an offer to Leica for $12. Next, we have an item that I found at my honey hole. It's the Rails Women's June Amber Stripe V-neck short dolman sleeve tie front blouse. And this sold from an offer to Leica offer of $32. Here's a personal item. It's the Old Navy Active Women's Navy Blue Crisscross Sports Bra, lots of 2, size medium. This was mine, so I bundled them together and it sold from an offer to Leica for $16. Next, we have an item from a ThredUp shoebox, which I have a video for that. And it's the Thursday Boot Company Duchess Women's Brown Suede Chelsea Pull-On Distress Boot, size 6. And it sold for $85, so I was very excited about that. This brand had great comps. Here we have an item from, I think this was a Goodwill blue box. Old Navy Brown Cardigan, sold for $8. Next, we have an item from a ThredUp DIY designer box. Paw Green Women's Morea Lace-Up Koi Lea Sandal, tan, size 7. This sold from an offer from the buyer for $30, which I accepted. Paw Green is very expensive. I believe they sell it at Nordstrom, but I'm not 100% sure. But it retails for a lot. However, the resale value is not there. So it's not something that I would pay up. And it's something that if you get on a ThredUp designer box, I'd be disappointed. But anyways, I'm glad that it's gone. Here we have an item that I found at a garage sale. It's these Dansko Women's Brown Carina Sandal size 38. And they sold from an offer from the buyer for $15. Which I was happy to see them go because the little cushiony part wasn't like in great, it was in used condition and stuff. And They weren't like the cutest, I guess. And actually, I didn't get much interest on this particular pair. Here we have a beach lunch lounge women's cold shoulder ruffle stripe blouse size medium. This brand they sell at TJ Maxx, so it's not really worth paying up for, but they do have cute styles, and I do okay selling them. And it's sold from the offer from the buyer for $17. Next, we have an item that I'm kind of debating if it was a fail or not, but it's this Hervé Leger Intermix exclusive women's gold full bandage mini skirt size extra small. So I had listed this very high, very, very high. But obviously, like, there was no interest, and I've had it listed for a year almost because I bought it last summer on a garage sale, which I paid $5 for it. Then this person I sent an offer to, I had lowered the price on Friday during the cluster clear out. And then this person sent me an offer that was 50% off, which was already a 50% off discount. So I countered back and forth, and she declined my counter back. So then I countered again to 100. She countered back at 80, and then I countered back at 90, and she purchased it. So, I mean, did I make a great profit? Yes. Should I have, stood firm with the price and made a lot of money? I could have, but it wasn't extra small. I've had it for almost a year. And I need to sell stuff. Like, I can't just be holding things just because I think they are worth a lot of money. So, I don't know. Let me know what you think. And then the last item on Poshmark is this Free People pink jogger. I got this at Goodwill, and it's sold from an offer from the buyer for $15. Now on Mercari, we have Calvin Klein women's navy blue modern fit career trouser pants size 14. This sold from the offer from the buyer for $20. And the Calvin Klein women's gray modern fit career trouser pants size 12 also sold for $20, and it was offered from the same buyer. On Mercari, unfortunately, you can't do bundles, and the buyer didn't contact me beforehand and ask me if we could bundle them together. I just saw both offers and I accepted. I contemplated sending the buyer a message and letting them know that I can create a bundle listing for $40 for both shoes so they can save on shipping. But sometimes that just creates more problems. So I decided to just accept the offers as it was and just ship 2 separate packages. Next, we have an item from a Thread Up Fun Box. I think this is the second fun box that I had gotten. And I've only gotten 3, and I will not be getting any more because they are crap, at least for me. It's this new Attacked Oscar de la Renta pink label women's satin blue lace short nightgown size small, and it sold from the offer from the buyer for $22. Here we have an Old Smoky Tennessee Moonshine Gatlinburg crew neck short sleeve t-shirt size small. This sold for $9, and this I got from a Goodwill blue box. And on this particular day, on this Friday, when I was doing the closet clear out on Poshmark, I was also sending 50% off offers on Mercari. So this was one of the sales. However, when the buyer received the item, Mercari sent me a message saying that I overcharged the buyer for shipping because I picked the wrong shipping category. I'm guessing I should have picked the smaller amount. Maybe this item was 8 ounces or less, and I just selected 1 pound, and they got charged $6.18 delivery fee. That has never happened to me before, and of course Mercari, because they're so nice, they threaten you that they're going to close your account if I do that again. So now I'm extremely paranoid that I have to go through everything in my closet and double check, because sometimes I estimated the way of things and sometimes I could be wrong. And unfortunately Mercari, unlike eBay, you don't have the option to change the shipping after the sale. And it's not like I'm benefiting from the more shipping. So I don't know. I was really annoyed by that. So that's just something else I have to add to my list of things to do. Next we have the Bowden's Women's Pink White Retro Floral Long Sleeve Collar Button Shirt size 2. This sold for $8, and it was one of those aggressive offers. And this I got at my honey hole. And Bowden, the tops are really cute and stuff, and some of them sell. This particular style, I don't think it was that desirable, so I was happy to see it go for $8. Next, we have a Vince Women's Alpaca Blend Scoop Neck Dolman Sleeve Sheer Tunic Sweater size large. This I got at a Goodwill, and it sold for $40, and it was an offer from the buyer. And when I got this, I saw all these like hairs, and I was linting it like crazy, thinking the previous owner had a very hairy dog. But you know, I asked on one of our Facebook groups if this was like hair or what it was. And they told me if the hair is the same color of the sweater, it's probably the alpaca hair. And they were. So yes, it's like that's just how the fabric looks like. So now the more you know. Next we have a Disney's The Aristocats Wenry and Berlioz coffee tea mug. This sold for $10. The buyer had messaged me and asked me if I could take $10 for this. And I said, sure. So I sold it for $10. And this I got at the Goodwill. Here we have a bins item. It says J. Crew Women's Plaid Flannel Bell Sleeve Crew Neck Top White Green Pink size 12. And it's sold from an offer from the buyer for $25. Oh no, actually, this was a full price sale. It was a full price sale of $25. Next, we have another bins item. It's Express Women's Drop Shoulder Stripe Short Sleeve Black White Crew Neck Top Large, and it sold for $11. Here we have an item that I found at a garage sale. It's a Free People Women's White Tight to You Lace Camisole size small, and it sold for $12. This cardigan I found at the bins. It's a Ralph Lauren Women's Silk Cashmere Cardigan with inlay secretary bow tie large, and it sold for $25, and it was a full price sale. And finally on Mercari we have the Sam Edelman Women's Kira Gold Flat Sandal size 8.5, and it was a full price sale of $25. And this I believe I found at the Goodwill. And on eBay, I have this BDG Men's White Neck iCat Patch Pocket Short Sleeve Crew Neck Tee size large. It sold from an offer from the buyer for $7.77. And this I had received on a ThredUp t-shirt box, which I will have a video for that particular box in a few weeks. And then the last sale is this Faded Glory Women's Bandana Southwestern Patch Pocket Red Utility Shirt Dress size extra extra large. This is Faded Glory. It's a Walmart brand. Definitely not a brand I recommend picking up. This I actually found at the bins, but I picked it up because it was a larger size and it was very pretty. Like it had like a really nice like southwestern print. So it sold on an offer from the buyer for $13. So I was happy to see it go. And these are all the sales for the week. A total of $840.59 will be going into my bank account, which is awesome. My goal for the week is always $500 per week, but I surpassed an amount this week, and that's because I was doing very aggressive offers on 2 platforms, and that obviously people were accepting the deals that I was giving them, but also it helps with the algorithm because it shows that there's constant activity. Now, it makes me reflect on how much I should be pricing items, and that I definitely need to be more open to lower sales. Obviously, if you have an item that could command a high amount of profit, don't take a lowball offer if you're consistently making those sales. But sometimes you just have to look at the whole picture, like that Hervé Leger skirt. Obviously, it could have sold for more. Maybe I should have held off, but I had it for a year and it was a great profit for something that I paid $5 for. And if I keep my cost of goods low by purchasing the inventory at the bins and at Dollar Days from Salvation Army, I should be more open to the idea that low offers are okay. I hope you guys had a great sales week, and hopefully it will keep getting better and better. I know a lot of people are talking online and everything about summer slowdown. To be honest, last year I didn't really feel summer slowdown. Sales felt pretty consistent for me. So I don't know if that's a thing anymore, but who knows with all the craziness that's going on in the world and that it affects everything, including our reselling business. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you enjoy budgeting and reselling content, please consider subscribing. I post here every week. I will see you soon. Bye.